have a monkey in your pants?
Alright then guys, how's it going? Monkey Spaz 5000 here, and this is a video response to the 16-bit brothers. 16-bit brothers, how are you all? Hope you're doing well. Fuck me, this is you with YouTube. Flying, guys, well done anyway. And they've recently done a video, I'll put a link to their video down below, which was for their Mass Debaters series, which was what is your favourite racer? Now, for me, I've watched a few responses that have already come in, and like a lot of people, I don't tend to play many racing games nowadays, and I don't know if that's a case of because they've gone a bit shit, or everything seems to be like FPS type games, first person shooters and whatnot, and the focus has gone away from racers. I do not know, but a lot of the racing games I have played, sorry I've got itchy bits, was back in the day, so to speak. Excuse me, man flu. But before I get on to it, I have to have some notable mentions. Is that the right word? Maybe. Fuck knows, guys. It's 1:15 in the morning and I'm up at 6 for work and I need to go to bed. But anyway, number one, I think Roger picked this as his favourite, or his favourite racer. Stunt car racer, I should say. Oh my god, fuck my words. For the Commodore Amiga, absolutely amazing game. So 3D polygony, and it ran really quite well and quite speedy as well. Quite impressive for the hardware back in the day. That deserves an honourable mention. Also, Nitro on the Amiga. Again, that game is a simple top-down 2D racer, but and you can play 3 people at a time. But it's simple, but it's so much fun when playing multiplayer. It really is. It's a really good game. We've also got F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Absolutely amazing game on the Super Nintendo. Amazing music as well. Great game, because it was one of the early SNES games, SNES for the Americans. But absolutely amazing game. And still sticking with the Super Nintendo, we've got, look over there because that's where my list is, you see. We've got Super Mario Kart. I know some people have picked Mario Kart on the N64. No, it's a good game, but come on, Super Mario Kart on the SNES, absolutely classic. So much time spent with that game playing multiplayer. Amazing game, Super Mario Kart. Another one, Exhaust Heat on the SNES. Another good game worth a mention. And then we've obviously got Sega Rally on the Saturn. I remember playing that back in the day. I had the steering wheel thing for it as well. I think I must have been 16, 17 maybe at the oldest. But then I had a party at my parents' house when they were away, and we all got drunk and somebody stole Sega Rally. I've never recovered. Need for Speed Underground on the original Xbox. Love that game. Tinkering, modifying the cars, it was good fun. What else have we got worthwhile mentioning? These are all great racers, but I'll get to my favourite racer. Wipeout on the PS1 again. Brick hard, or it was when I first got it. I remember thinking this game is stupidly hard, but amazing music, and it's a classic game. Ridge Racer as well. It's not aged that well, that game, but it's still really good. Xbox 360, we've got Blur, which was a bit of a underrated game. It sort of went under the radar in the studio that made it. I can't remember went tits up shortly afterward. But it was afterwards, I should say. But it was a bit like Mario Kart, but with cars. Real cars is the only way I could explain it. Mega Drive, we've got Road Rash, Super Hang-On as well, another classic. And on, I couldn't not have some of these, but the ZX Spectrum, we've got Chase HQ, an amazing game, Road Blasters as well, and Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge, another great game on the Spectrum. So they're all great games from various systems over the years that popped into my head that I thought are absolutely amazing racing games. But my pick for my favourite racer has to be this.
Get ready.
Outrun, the arcade game. The reason I chose Outrun, I remember walking about the arcade, not the arcades, but the local fair or the shows that come around at the summertime when I was a kid. And obviously you'd walk through the arcades, you'd see all these different arcade machines, noises bleeping and bonging. But Outrun was one of the very first arcade games that I ever played, and probably one of the first. Obviously you get the stand-up cabinet with the steering wheel and the pedals. I think it's still got pedals, which is a bit awkward. And you get the proper sit-down cabinet. It was one of the first ever arcade machines that was a sit-down cabinet that I ever sat in. And sitting in that machine for the first time with a huge screen in front of you, the steering wheel, the seat, the speakers, you're like, oh, this is it, yes. But just the game's absolutely iconic classic. I think it's one of these games that it's aged really well. It's just a proper arcade racer. Brick hard. I remember chucking money in it, getting absolutely nowhere at all. It's just, I've never played it for a long time, so I wonder if I'm any good at it now. But the sprite scale and graphics on it are really good. It plays really well. Like I say, it still holds up well to this day. Amazing arcade fun racing action, and the music in it as well is absolutely iconic. And if I was ever absolutely minted and rich and I could somehow have a massive game room, I'd have a bigger game room obviously, because I'd be rich. I'd probably have a game house separate from my main house. And if I had arcade machines everywhere, I'd have to have the Outrun sit down arcade cabinet. And if I was ever walking about an arcade nowadays and I saw one, I'd be dribbling. So that's my choice. Outrun, the arcade game, sit down cabinet. Has to be sit down cabinet. That's my video response, guys, to you, the 16-Bit Brothers, for their amazing Mass Debater series. Great guys, you should know who they are if you're already watching me. They've been flying high in the world of YouTube, and their subs have shot up recently. Itchy bits, Christ almighty, I got itchy bits. They're doing really well. Great bunch of guys, excellent content as well, with some great editing skills from Johnny as well. Puts it all together. Well worth checking them out. Link will be down below. But as always, guys, thank you much for watching, and to the 16-Bit Brothers, thank you very much for the Mass Debaters. Can we call that something else? It's just my rude brain wants to say other things. To the Mass Debaters, I don't know if I can say something else there. Mass Debaters series. I told you it's late, alright? I'll catch you next time, and thanks again.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?